Good evening, everybody. This is Robert from RJL 518, welcoming you to another edition of Payoff Pitch 1985. We continue our 85 season replay as we now continue our sojourn into early July. Today's date is July 9th. We are at Busch Stadium for a game between the San Francisco Giants and the St. Louis Cardinals. The Giants pretty much out of it, 26 wins, 56 losses. They are in 5th place in the National League East. They probably we may not be seeing them any further after the end of the schedule block. The Cardinals, however, are 43 and 36. They're right in the hunt. Bears Den 007 joins us here at Busch Stadium. Please make sure all the guests are given their food and drink, as you are the first one here. Should be an interesting. I think we actually got a pretty good pitching matchup today. So although I'm disappointed in the scheduling of this game, this was a randomly scheduled game, of course, that I'm doing for randoms. Little disappointed that we got a team, but that's 26 and 56 against a team that's 43 and 36. But you never know. You never know how a game could turn out between these two. So this should be lots of fun. We hope. Let's get to it. Starting pitcher for the Cardinals in this game was Danny Cox. He was 18-9 with a 2.88 ERA. Cardinals originally won this game 3-1. We'll see if the Giants can change history. Top of the first inning, leading off for the Giants will be center fielder Ron Renicky. He got the call at center, and he was just acquired by the Giants. You can see July 4th, he is now on the Giants team. Just acquired by them, only about 5 days ago in the replay. And, of course, I'm rolling the wrong dice. Give me a moment here to get the correct dice. Here we go. And we start off with an in-play 60, and that's going to be a ground ball to third. And an easy play there made by Pendleton. Throws to first, out number 1. Next up for the G-Men is second baseman Manny Trio. He was 222 with 2 homers against the Rights in 85. Cox with the pitch. Tough 20, and that's when Trio fights it off. That's a base hit into right field. Trio will trot down to first. And he gets a nice single. He will go to first base. And the next batter up for the Giants is right fielder Chili Davis. He was just coming into his own, actually, at 25 years old. Steeler fan joins us here at Busch Stadium. A 1 is a steal rating for Trio. That's a 5 on the dice. There will be no play. And Cox will pitch. Pitch on the way. That's a tough 23. And it's a swing and a miss. Struck him out. First strikeout for Cox. He averaged about 4.9 per 9 innings. Next up for the Giants will be Jeffrey Leonard. He was in left field for this matchup. Batted .235, 10 homers against the Rights. Philip Reynolds joins us here in our game today, as well at Busch Stadium, and so does Bob B. Bob B joins us here at Busch Stadium. Of course, as a Cardinals fan, you know Bob B would be here. Yes, Kevin Green passed away. Yes, he did. I am sorry to hear that for all Steeler fans that are out there. Yes, Kevin Green at 58, way too young. Pitch from Cox, and that's a tough 26, and that will be a swing and a miss. Struck him out, and that ends the inning. No runs and a hit for the Giants. We go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the Giants in this game was Bill Laskey. He was 5-11 with a 3.55 ERA. Adds 10 to the tough roll, so he can be he can be scrappy. Laskey. He was 5-11, but he can pitch pretty well. Leading off for the Cardinals will be Vince Coleman. He's in left field for this game. Coleman batted .282 against the Rights in 85. Laskey with the pitch. And that's a tough 78. It's a fly ball center field. That'll be caught by Renicky. and that's the first out. Actually, it's really a tough 88 is what it is. It's actually it's a ground ball to short. Tough 88, ground ball to short. Here is Willie McGee. He is in center field for this game. Batted .356 against the rights in 85. Really? It was Bill Laskey's birthday. Well, how about that? Interesting how I got a game with him in the Cardinals today. Pitch from Laskey. That's a tough 98. Can't go to 108. Doesn't go that high. But that's a fly ball to left anyway, and that's out number 2. Second out. That will bring up second baseman Tommy Herr. Batted .313 with 5 homers against the rights. Laskey with the pitch. And that is a patient 90. That's going to be a ground ball to short. Up with it is Adams, and he will throw to first, and a 1-2-3 inning for the Cardinals. Nothing across at the end of 1. There is no score. Top of inning number 2. Coming up to bat for the Giants will be catcher Bob Brenly. Batted .230 with 13 homers against rights. He has power. Pitch from Danny Cox. And that is an in-play 17 base hit for Bob Brenly. He hits that one into center field. Brenly will hold it first. Second hit off of Danny Cox. Averaged 8.4 hits per 9 innings. So he can give up the occasional hit, but Brenly on it first. And the next batter for the Giants is third baseman Chris Brown. Brown batted .292 with 11 homers against the rights. 2 steal rating, 8 on the dice, nothing going on, no play. So Cox will have a normal pitch. Here it comes. And that is a tough 24, and that is a steal strikeout. Brown goes down on strikes. Third strikeout for Cox. Brenly stays at first, and the batter now will be first baseman Scott Thompson. Thompson batted .196 against the righties in 85. 1 man out. Pitch from Cox. And that is an in-play 65. That's going to be a fly ball to left field. That will be caught by Coleman. And that's the second out. Brenly retreats back to first. Here's Ricky Adams. Adams is at shortstop for the Giants today. He batted .160 against the righties in 85. We mean when his Reds and Mets. That was played earlier, Phil. You missed it. And I'm not going to give spoilers. You need to watch it. That was earlier inside pitch, Phil. Pitch from Cox. And that's going to be a patient 18. And that's a base hit for Adams. It's a single. Bob Brenly, base run rating of 4. I have to draw. Long single to the gap to center field. Brenly will hold at second. Adams gets a 2-out single and moves the runners over. Runners at first and second. And that will bring up the pitcher, Bill Laskey. Laskey does not have his own hitting card, so he will use hitting card number 14 here, which means he's capable of getting a base hit. 2 outs. Runners at first and second. Here's the pitch from Cox. And that is a tough 61, and that, of course, is a swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that is the 4th strikeout for Cox. So 2 hits for the Giants, but they leave them both on. No score going to the bottom of the second. Leading off for the Redbirds will be Jack Clark. He is at first base. .261 average, 13 homers in 85 against the righties. Pitch from Laskey. And that is a ballpark 51. And against the righty, that's going to be in play. In play for Clark, 75, is a ground ball to second base. Trio throws it over for out number 1. Weak ground out to second. Next up is Andy Van Slyke. Van Slyke is in right field tonight, 281 average, 13 homers against the rights. Laskey with the pitch. And that's a defense check, 65. Error check to the pitcher. Laskey, his error rating is a 1. That's a 1 to 63. That's a 65. Laskey just makes the play. He will throw to first and get the out. Oh, wow. Missed it by 2. But a big play by Laskey for the second out. Here is third baseman Terry Pendleton. Pendleton batted .245 against rights in 85. Laskey with the pitch. And that is a tough 69, and that's going to be a ground ball to second base, over to first, and another 1-2-3 inning for Laskey. At the end of 2, still no score. We go to the top of the third. Leading off for the Giants will be Reneke. Reneke is 0 for 1. Robert, I still haven't recovered from the Cardinals losing in, in the 1 and gone? Cox will pitch to Reneke. And that's a defense 99. That's going to be that won't be a problem at all. Range check to short. The ball is hit to Smith. His range is an A, so that's not a problem with a 99. Smith has got no issue with that. Just throws it over to first. He could have done that in his sleep. That's out number 1. Range check 99 to Ozzie Smith. Really? He could do that in his sleep. Here's Manny Trio with 1 out. The first round of my other tournament. Well, we'll see what happens in the next tournament we do. We'll have it. We have another. I have already picked out the next year as I move forward. Here's the pitch from Cox. And that's an in-play 63. It's a fly ball to right field. That'll be caught by Van Slyke, out number 2. Trio goes down, and here is Chili Davis. Davis is 0 for 1. I'm not going to tell you right now. You'll find out as I move forward. I don't give away all my secrets. Danny Cox with the pitch. That's a tough 48, and that will be a ground ball right back to Cox. He'll underhand toss it to first, and that's a 1-2-3 inning. First time in the ball game, Danny Cox goes 1-2-3. And we go to the bottom of the third, still no score. Leading off for the Cardinals will be shortstop Ozzie Smith. Batted .266 against the right-handers. Yes, I am. And your point is what? Pitch from Laskey. And that's going to be a tough 49 and make it a tough 59. And that becomes a ground out to third base. That's out number 1. Play is made by Brown. Next up for the Cardinals is Tom Nito. He's the catcher in this game today. Batted .240 against the right-handers. Pitch on the way. In play, 85. That's a ground ball to short. Adams throws it over for the second out. And that will bring up Danny Cox, the pitcher. I'm being grinchy. It is what it is. Cox is the pitch. He bats. Danny Cox has his own batting card. He'll have 152 is his average. Here's the pitch from Laskey. And that's a tough 19. And that's a swing and a miss. He struck him out easily there. That's the first strikeout for Laskey. He averaged 3.3 per 9. But Laskey goes through the lineup completely and hasn't given up anything yet. At the end of 3, no score. Nito? I'm just saying Nito, whatever. Top of the fourth inning. Like to remind you, we have more exciting inside pitch coming up. With the conclusion of the 85 one and gone, we now continue with inside pitch seasons as I now move my way forward in history until the next one and gone tournament. And tomorrow morning, we go to 1986. And of course, you all know what game I'm going to play from that. And that will be Game 6 of the 1986 World Series between the Red Sox and the Mets. That is inside pitch for tomorrow morning, inside pitch seasons, as we head back to that. And tomorrow on Payoff pitch, we stay here at Busch Stadium for another game with the Cardinals, but this time they'll be hosting the San Diego Padres. So we have the Cardinals and Giants tonight, and then we have the Cardinals and Padres tomorrow. That is a much bigger, that is going to be, of course, those teams, both the Padres do have a winning record. That is a big game tomorrow night. So join us for the Padres and the Cardinals on Payoff pitch. We go to the top of the fourth, and Jeffrey Leonard leads off for the Giants. Et as in pet. So it's Nieto. Oh, it's Nieto. Oh, Nieto. Okay. Cox will pitch to Leonard. And that is a patient 74. That's going to be a fly out to center field. McGee makes the catch. Out number 1. Next batter is Brenly. Brenly got a singles last time up. He's 1 for 1. Cox with the pitch. Wheelhouse 44. And that is not what you want to do to Brenly. Kaboom! That ball is hit high. That ball is hit deep. And that ball is over the center field fence. Say goodbye. Home run, Bob Brenly. Bob Brenly, solo shot over center field, and the Giants take a 1-0 lead. Busch Stadium and Bob B. groans. Next batter will be Chris Brown. Danny Cox did give up 0.7 homers per 9, so he was a little susceptible to the long ball. Here's the pitch to Brown, and that's going to be an in-play 50, and Brown smacks that into right field. That's a single. Brown will trot down to first. He will hold there. 8 on the dice, 2 on the steal rating. Brown not going anywhere. And the batter will be Scott Thompson. They'll go talk to Cox for a moment. On the replay, I'll tell you, Danny Cox went ahead and pitched Bob Brenly a meatball, and he turned it into lasagna on a wheelhouse pitch. Now they let Cox pitch. Brown on it first. Here it comes. And that's going to be an in-play 42, but that's going to be a ground ball back to Cox. Thompson double play rating's a 9. Cox is a 7. That's an 8. That's higher than Brown's run rating, so the throw goes to second. They will not get Thompson at first. 2 outs on the fielder's choice. The little house rule I added there. 2 down, and the batter is Ricky Adams. Adams is 1 for 1. He singled his last time up. Pitch from Cox. And that's going to be a patient 92. And that's a fly ball to left field. That'll be put away by Coleman. And that ends the inning there. 1 run for the Giants on 2 hits. A big boomer by Brenly. 1-0 going into the bottom of the 4th. Top of the order for the Redbirds. Here's Vince Coleman. He's 0 for 1. Laskey's pitch. And that's going to be a ballpark 23. He's hitting from the left side. That's going to be in play. In play 72. Way too high. Ground ball to second base. Throws to first. Out number 1. Coleman got an in play on it, but he just chopped it to second base. Here is Willie McGee. Pitch from Laskey, and that's a tough 27. That's going to be a base hit. Willie McGee smacks a base hit into center. He'll hold it first. That's the first hit of the game for the Cardinals. The funny thing is, this actually saved them because a roll plus 10 would have been a 17. That would have been, well, that would have been a triple, but because of the extra added number, becomes a 27 and it's a single. So sometimes that roll plus 10 does help, and sometimes it hurts. Willie McGee on it first. He's got a 6- steal rating, which means it's a 5 his first time up. That's a 9 on the dice. There won't be a steal attempt, so Tom Herr will come up to bat. Pitch from Laskey, and that's a patient 81, and that's a base hit for Tom Herr. Line drive into left field. McGee will hold at second. It didn't get far enough for McGee to try for third. But now the Cardinals are in business. 2 straight base hits. Herr gets a nice smack there, and now a chance for Jack Clark. Very dangerous hitter. 13 home runs against the rights. They're going to go talk to Laskey on the mound real quick, try to settle him down. McGee's steal rating was a 5, but it needs to be doubles in order for him to get to third, which is pretty much impossible with a 5. So Laskey will pitch to Clark. Here it comes. That's a patient 48, and he walked him. Gives up the walk to Clark, and the Cardinals definitely have something going on now. That's the first walk issued by Laskey. He averaged 3.1 per 9, and the bases are loaded for Andy Van Slyke. Big chance for the Cardinals here at Busch Stadium. Fans on their feet, hoping for a big roll. Giants are going to play. They're going to play for 2. Giants are going to play for the double play. Getting Willie McGee out. Well, actually, no. The Giants are going to play the infield in. Infield in for the Giants. Willie McGee's got a very good run rating. So a grounder here could really throw him out, get them out of the inning. So let's find out. And I'll get my infield in chart ready to go so I can look at it. Infield is in. Bases loaded. Pitch to Van Slyke. That's an 8. It's a tough, and it's a rare play. 0-0 rare play. Well, with the bases loaded, let's see what we get here. As I'm using the season ticket baseball replay book. So we got to re-roll the dice. So it is a red, black, and white. And that is 677. Let's have a look at the book and see what we come up with. 677. And I'll put the book on the board so you guys can see it. 677. Left fielder drops a deep fly ball. Runners advance 2 bases, and batter is safe on second base. If there are 2 outs, all runners score. Left fielder is charged with a fielding error. There's only 1 out, so that's going to be an error on the left fielder. So that means McGee comes in to score. That means Herr comes in to score. Clark goes to third. Van Slyke on at second. And that is an E7. And it's 2-1 Cardinals. Gigantic error out there in left field. What a time for that to happen. That's an E7. And that scores 2 runs. Stadium and Bob B cheer. Yay! First error on the Giants. And that ball was hit to Leonard. His error rating is a 2. So I can actually see that happening. 2 base error out there in left field. And now 2-1 Cardinals on a big error. The Giants originally had an error in this game. They did lose 3-1 and they did commit an error. Wow, 2-1 on a gigantic error out in left field. The batter now is Terry Pendleton with still 1 out. Infield is still going to be in. Laskey gives Jeffrey Leonard a look. Said, really, man, you could have made that catch. Here's the pitch to Laskey. Or from Laskey. That's a tough 71. That's going to be a ground ball to second base. That is a 10. That is a 10, and Clark is going to come home. His run rating is a 5. So let's see what we got here. That is a 10, and actually, nope, that's not going to be a grounder. The ball sneaks past the drawn and infield, and that's going to be a base hit. I forgot a 10 is a base hit. Clark will come on an infield in. Clark will score. Van Slyke goes to third. Pendleton to first. 3-1 Cardinals. A 9 or a 10 is an automatic single with the infield in. Runners do advance one base. Van Slyke now goes to third. Busch Stadium now on their feet as the Cardinals now lead it by the historical score of 3-1. And here's Ozzie Smith. 1 out. Now the Giants are going to play for the double play. They won't call the infield in. And now the pitch from Laskey. And that's a patient 22. Smith walks. After 3 beautiful innings, Bill Laskey right now is now starting to have issues. Second walk of the inning, and the bases are loaded for Tom Nieto. Giants are still going to play the infield back for the double play with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Laskey looking on. Fans here at Busch Stadium want to see more runs by the Cardinals. Here comes the pitch from Laskey. That's a ballpark 14, and that is going to be in the wheelhouse. Nieto does not have a home run there, but let's see if he gets the hit. It's a 66, no. That's going to be a fly ball to right, but that will score Van Slyke on an automatic wheelhouse sacrifice fly. So that's a sacrifice fly to right, and it is a wheelhouse. It is a wheelhouse fly out, so Van Slyke automatically comes in to score. Ozzie Smith with a run rating of Pendleton with a run rating of 7. That is a 5. He will go to third on the wheelhouse. I'll move him to third base. Smith, of course, stays at first base. It's now 4-1 Cardinals. Nieto does pick up the sacrifice. And here's Danny Cox. On a wheelhouse fly out, if the dice roll is lower than the runner on second, I'll move him to third as well. Because that means the ball was hit deep enough to get the runner from second to third. Cox the batter. Pitch from Laskey, and that is a tough 91, and it will be a fly ball to left field, and that will end the inning there. 4 runs for the Cardinals on 1, 2, 3 hits, 1 error, and 2 walks. At the end of 4, Cardinals are leading now 4-1. Timeout for board reset. We go to the top of the 5th. Bill Laskey's due to hit. He's the pitcher. This would be the 5th inning would be his last inning. They're going to call Laskey back, and after a tough out inning like that, he would be replaced in the 6th anyway. So we're going to see a pinch hitter for Bill Laskey as he's going to come out. The Giants will go to the pen. We'll go to the bench, actually. And let's see who they're going to bring in. Need the most at-bats against a right-hander, and that will be... And that's going to be Dan Gladden. 355 at-bats against a right-handed pitcher. Dan Gladden batted .237 against right-handers in 85. Cox will pitch. And that is a wheelhouse 37, and that's going to be a base hit for Dan Gladden. Straight base hit right to center. Pinch hit. Nice smack by Gladden. Cox gives up a bad pitch. Giants get the leadoff runner on. And the next batter is Ron Renicky. Gladden does have stolen base ability. 5+. That's a 2. Steal is definitely on if I want it. But you're down by 3 runs. I just don't think you steal second base here and they let Renicky hit. You need base runners. So Gladden is going to stay there, but a hit and run is not a bad idea. And I will call that. Usually if I don't like the steal, I do like a hit and run. Even though Ron Renicky has a 1-33 strikeout chance. Philip Reynolds says, no way. I wonder if I want the hit. Well, do I really want to do the hit and run? You know what? No. Renicky will hit normal. Cox with the pitch. That's a tough 31, and that is a swing and a miss. Struck him out, and it's a good thing I did take the hit and run off. That is strikeout number 5 for Cox, and that means Dan Gladden would have had to steal second base with a poor chance to make it. So Gladden stays at first. Here's Manny Trio now with 1 out. Good thing I took off the hit and run for the Giants. Here's the pitch from Cox. And that's a defense 34. It's an error check to third base. The ball is hit to Pendleton. That's an error check. His error rating is a 4. 1-31 is an error. It's a 34. He'll make the play. Let's see what it is. And that's going to be a ground ball, fielder's choice. As Pendleton throws to second to get Gladden, they will not get Trio, and that's out number 2. Fielder's choice, and the batter is Chili Davis. Two outs now for the Giants. Trio on at first. He won't run. Cox ready to go, and here's the pitch. And that is a ballpark 55. Davis hitting from the left side. That will be in play, and an in-play 60 is a ground ball to third. Up with it is Pendleton, and he will throw to second to get Trio, and the inning will end there. No runs for the Giants. They do get a hit. Halfway through the ball game, 4-1 Cardinals. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Giants need a pitcher. I think they'll bring in a lefty in this case. Let's see who they got. And the Giants are going to bring in Vida Blue. Started a few games, but did relief. Vida Blue coming in to pitch. 8-8, 4.47 ERA. Vida Blue was 35 years old in 85, so he will pitch against Vince Coleman to start the bottom of the 5th. Reset the card deck, flip it over. Vida Blue will pitch to Coleman. And that is a patient 13, and that is an absolute walk. And Coleman will trot to first. Coleman on base for the first time tonight. He is definitely, and with a 10 on the dice, he cannot steal. And the batter will be Willie McGee. Coleman will go ahead and stay at first. McGee will bat. Pitch from Blue. That's a wheelhouse 07. Kablooey! That ball is high, deep, and gone. Willie McGee smacks a 2-run jack off of Vida Blue. It's 6-1 Cardinals. Holy cow. That was an awful pitch by Blue. two-run jack by Willie McGee. He had 7 homers against lefties in '85, and I'm going to say that was one of them. That is a goner. Vida Blue pitches McGee a grapefruit, and he turned it into fruit salad. 6-1 Cardinals. Busch Stadium and Bob B. cheer. Yay! The next batter is Tom Herr. That's 2 runs given up by Blue. A 3rd run, he will be fatigued. Tommy Herr will bat. Still nobody out in the bottom of the 5th. Pitch from Blue. Patient 08, and that's going to be another base on balls. Herr will trot to first. Another walk issued by Blue. And now here's Jack Clark. Clark walked his last time up. He's 0 for 1. Herr on it first, no threat to steal. Now with a 5-run lead, all bunts, hit and runs, and sacrifices are called off. Herr will on first. Here's the pitch from Blue. Can he get anybody out? Patient 09. Nope, that's a walk. Tom Herr will trot down to second. Clark comes on to first. 3rd walk issued by Blue, and that'll be it for him. As he comes in and does nothing, and here's Andy Van Slyke. Actually, Blue will pitch to Van Slyke with a 111 average. Actually, he will pitch to him. Runners at first and second. Here's 6-1 Cardinals. Pitch from Blue, and that's a tough 87. It's going to be a ground ball to second base. Van Slyke's double play rating's a 6. Blue is a 6. That's a 9. Herr is going to get to third base. Jack Clark will be thrown out at second. Van Slyke is safe at first on the fielder's choice. That's the first out. Next batter is Pendleton. Blue will pitch to him. Pendleton bats .228 against lefties. They'll leave him on there. And the Giants will call the infield back. 6-1. 1 out now. Herr on at third. Van Slyke on at first. Pitch from Blue. And that is a patient 42. And what we got here? Patient 42 popped it up to first base. That's going to be caught by Thompson, out number 2. Pendleton pops that one away. And the batter now is Ozzie Smith. And they're going to see if Blue can get out of the inning. Remember, the Giants were one of the worst teams in the league in 1985. This team was not good. Runners at the corners now, 2 outs. Pitch from Blue against Smith. And that's a ballpark 06. That is wheelhouse. Smith is hitting on the right against the lefty. Smith does have home run power against lefties. It's a 56. It's going to be a double. Smith cracks one in there for a double into center field. I don't have to draw the card. Herr will come in to score. With a run rating of 7 and 2 outs, Van Slyke scores all the way from first. Smith goes to second. On a big 2 RBI double, it's now 8-1 in favor of the Cardinals. Next batter is Tom Nieto, and Vida Blue is now fatigued. He has to come out, and the Giants will go to the pen again. And they're going to go with Greg Minton. 5-4, 3.54 ERA, adds 10 to the tough roll. Greg Minton will come on to pitch now, as Vida Blue was ineffective and allowed 4 runs. It's now 8-1 Cardinals. Sorry, guys, another blowout. Minton will go ahead and pitch. to Nieto, and that is a ballpark 27. Nieto, that's an in-play. In-play 11 off of Minton, and that's going to be a base hit for Nieto. Smith, with a run rating of 7, will score from second with no problem at all on a single. Nieto goes to first. It's now 9-1 Cardinals, as the Cardinals are taking the Giants behind the woodshed. And the next batter is Danny Cox. He will bat. 9-1 lead. Might as well let Cox pitch. His fatigue inning is 7. Greg Minton will pitch to Cox. And that is a ballpark as well, 46. That's going to be in play. In play 00 is another rare play coming up. Rare play coming up. Let's see what we got. Runner on first base. Pages 6 and 7 in the book. But with less than 2 outs. There are 2 outs, so it's just a regular play. So, rare play coming up. Let's see what we get. Red, black, and white. 3-3-9. Let's have a look at it. And I'll put it on the board. 3-3-9. Batter is safe at second on a throwing error by the third baseman. Runners advance 2 bases. Oh, boy. Giants can't catch a break. So the ball hit to third. That's Brown. He throws the ball away. That's going to be an E5. Nieto will go to third. Cox is on at second. How do you rush a throw to try to get the pitcher out? E5. Runners at second and third. That's the second error on the Giants. No problem, Steeler fan. You'll check the ticker later. Not a problem. And Tim Pepper joins us here at Busch Stadium. Greg Minton. That was a good one, but a bad throw by Chris Brown. And now the batter is Coleman, as the Cardinals have batted around in this game, in this inning. Coleman is the 10th batter with 2 outs. Minton with the pitch. Tough, 23, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. And the inning comes to an end. 5 runs on 3 hits, 3 walks, and an error. At the end of 5, Cardinals in command, 9-1. We go to the top of the 6th inning. After a horrible inning there for the Giants, here's Jeffrey Leonard. He'll lead off. Leonard is 0 for 2. Cox now has an 8-run cushion. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a patient 13. That's a walk. Cox walks Leonard. He'll trot down to first. That's a base on balls. That is the first walk issued by Cox. He averaged 2.4 per 9. Really enjoyed the chat Saturday. Yeah, so did I there, Tim. Glad you were there for that. And I will be doing it again. Here's Bob Brenly. Brenly is 2 for 2. He's got a home run and a single. His home run put the Giants up 1-0, and then the Cardinals then just went on and scored 9 unanswered runs. Leonard on it first, and here's the pitch to Brenly. And that's going to be a tough 61. That's going to be a ground ball to second base. Brenly's double play rating's a 6. Cox is a 7. That's a 7. The throw goes to second to get Leonard. Brenly safe at first, and that's out number 1. Fielder's choice. Here's Chris Brown. Made a big error at third base. He's 1 for 2, though. Cox pitching to Brown. And that is an in play 62. It's going to be a ground ball to second base. Brown's double play rating's a 9. Cox is a 7. That's an 8. The throw again will go to shortstop covering second. They will not get Brown. He'll make it to first. That's out number 2 on another fielder's choice. Scott Thompson will now take a swing for the Giants. Cox with the pitch, and that's a defense 60. Error check to second base. The ball is hit to her. His error rating is a 3. 1 to 42 is an error. That's a 60. Not a problem there for her. He will throw it over to first and end the inning on a ground out. Nothing for the Giants except a walk. Bottom of the 6th coming up. 9-1, Cardinals in command. Something tells me I might have to get the extra markers ready to go. Take care, Steeler fans. See you later. Stay safe, healthy, smart, and strong as always. Willie McGee will lead it off against Greg Minton. He'll stay out there for this inning. He is due to bat second in the 7th. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a tough 35, becomes a 45 because of the plus 10, and that's going to be a pop out to second base. That's out number 1. Willie McGee was 2 for 3. He hit a home run earlier. A big 2-run jack. 1 out. Here's her. Pitch from Minton. Tough 35. That's a base hit for her. That's a single to center. Nice hit by her. Fights off a good pitch. Her will trot to first with a single. He's now 2 for 3. The next batter is Jack Clark. Clark is 0 for 1, but he's walked twice. No steals or anything like that. It's an 8-run lead. All strategies are called off. Minton will pitch to Clark. And that is an in-play 91. It's going to be a ground ball to short. Clark's double play rating's a 7. Minton is an 8. That's a 6. They'll turn it. Shortstop to second to first. Double play. Inning over. No runs and a hit for the Cardinals. At the end of 6, still 9-1 in favor of the Redbirds. We go to the top of the 7th. Ricky Adams leads off for the Giants. He will bat. And Cox will pitch to Adams. And we got a patient 59. It's a fly ball to right field. Caught by Van Slyke. And that's the first out. Pinch hitter coming up for Minton, as he has done. At bats against righties, and that is going to be Jose Uribe. He has 351 at bats against right-handers. Uribe will bat against Danny Cox with 1 out here on the top of the 7th. Pitch from Cox. That's an in-play 93. Fly ball left field, caught by Coleman. And that's out number 2. Cox is still pretty strong. This is his fatigue inning, but he has not given up 3 runs. So he's still going. And the next batter will be Ron Renicky. Renicky is 0 for 3. Pitch from Cox. Tough 45, and it's a popped it up in the infield. First baseman Clark calling for it, and he's got it. And a 1-2-3 inning for Cox. We are at the 7th inning stretch. I wish we were having a better game. Sing your take me out to the ball game. Be right back. 9-1 Cardinals. Remember, we have tomorrow morning the return of Inside Pitch Seasons. We move forward to 1986. We will be playing Game 6 of the 1986 World Series, my favorite baseball game of all time, the Red Sox taking on the Mets. And, of course, that was Roger Clemens going up against Bob Ojeda in that game. And tomorrow night, we'll be back here at Busch Stadium again with the Cardinals, only this time they'll be facing the San Diego Padres on Payoff Pitch. Andy Van Slyke leads off for the Cardinals. We'll see who the Giants want to bring in as a pitcher. And with an 8-run lead, really doesn't matter. They're going to go with Mike Jeffcoat. 0-2, 5.32 ERA. Jeffcoat will pitch against Andy Van Slyke. An 8-run lead. Pretty much the Giants know this game is pretty much done. Although we've had stranger things have happened here. Also, don't forget, stay tuned for 10-minute ticker as soon as the game is over. Jeffcoat with the pitch. In play, 17. That's a pop out to second base. Oh, Van Slyke just missed that one. Pop out to second, out number 1. Next batter will be Pendleton. Pendleton is 1 for 3. Jeffcoat will pitch. That's an in play, 44. It's a pop out to third base this time. Play is caught by Brown. That's out number 2. And here's Smith. Ozzie Smith, big double last time up. He is 1 for 2. Jeffcoat trying to get a nice 1-2-3 inning. Here's the pitch to Smith. And that's a tough 16. And nope, he's not going to get it. That's going to be a double for Ozzie Smith. Smith wraps that one up into center field off the wall. Smith has his second double of the game. And he will hold at second. Just when Jeffcoat thought he might have gotten out of the inning, but he gives up a big tough hit to Smith. And the batter now is Tom Nieto. Here's the pitch from Jeffcoat. And that is an in-play 79. It's going to be a fly ball to center field this time. Renicky will make the catch. And the 2-out double doesn't hurt them. 1 hit for the Cardinals, but that's it. 9-1 in favor of the Birds. Top of the 8th inning, Danny Cox is due to bat first in the 9th inning. In the bottom of the 8th inning, we'll see if he goes all the way. He had 10 complete games in 85, so I could try to get him for a complete game. Manny Trio leads off for the Giants in the top of the 8th. And a 9-1 Cardinals thrashing. Pitch from Cox in play, 57. It's a ground ball to third. Throw goes to first. Out 1. That is out number 1. Giants are getting manhandled, as they should. A team that was 26-56, taking on a team that's 43-36. Cardinals right now are in 4th place, right behind the Mets in the National League East, as the Mets right now had a half-game lead on the 3rd spot. We still got a long way to go. Here's Chili Davis. Pitch from Cox. And that's a tough 90. It's a ground out to short. Throw goes to first, out number 2. Cardinals are an excellent fielding team. And now Jeffrey Leonard. Leonard is 0 for 2. He walked his last time up. Pitch from Cox. And that's a tough 29. And it's a called strike 3 on Leonard. Froze him with a beautiful curveball. Leonard goes down on strikes. That is strikeout number 6 for Cox. 1, 2, 3, go the G-men. Still 9-1, favor of the Redbirds. They're going to let Danny Cox hit. He's got an 8-run lead, and he definitely is strong. He can definitely pitch the 9th inning. They're going to let Cox hit, as Cox will go for the complete game. And they're going to have Jeffcoat pitch to him. And the pitch is an in-play 26, and that's going to be a pop-out to the shortstop. That's out number 1. As Jeffcoat gets Cox out. Here's Vince Coleman. Jeffcoat will stay out there. Pitch on the way. In play 08. That's going to be a smash into right field. That'll bounce off the wall. Coleman's going to slide into second base with a double. Coleman actually has his first hit of the game. That's a double. He did walk. And right now, and Coleman was the last one to get a hit. So every player on the Cardinals, well, that's not true. Clark hasn't gotten a hit. He's got 2 walks. But Coleman goes to second on a double. The batter will be McGee. Jeffcoat will pitch to McGee. 1 out here, top of the 8th. Pitch on the way. Ballpark 69. He's hitting from the right side. That's in play. In play 77 is a ground ball to second base. The throw will go to first for out number 2. Coleman with a run rating of 9 has no problem making third, and he will. And the batter now is Tommy Herr with a runner on third base. And Jeffcoat will pitch to Herr. 2 outs, runner on third. Giants really just trying to get this game over. Here's the pitch from Jeffcoat. And that's going to be an in-play 93. Nothing will happen there. That's a ground out to short. Throw goes to first, and that ends the inning. So nothing there for the Cardinals except a double. They get 1 hit at the end of 8, 9-1 in favor of the Birds. Will we see some 9th inning magic as we go to the top of the 9th? Danny Cox is going to start the 9th inning. He's going to try for the complete game. Bob Brenly will bat against Cox. Jeffcoat coming out, even though it really doesn't matter. Although I will check the bench, though. Let me see if I want to make a change. Brenly, however, is now Brenly going to bat. He's 2 for 3, and he has a home run. Bob Brenly will go up against Cox to start the top of the 9th inning. Pitch from Danny Cox. That's a patient 44. It's a walk. And Brenly trots down to first. So Brenly gets the leadoff walk to start the inning. 3rd time he's been on base. And the batter will be Chris Brown. He will bat against Cox. 292 average against rights. So can the Giants, what, did you expect the 1-2-3 9th at RJL 518? Come on. Cox will pitch to Brown. Here it comes. That's a patient as well. 58. Base hit for Chris Brown. That's a single. It's a line drive into left field. Brenly will stop at second. And Brown goes to first. Runners at first and second. Nobody out. Scott Thompson is the batter. We will see a pinch hitter for him. Thompson will come out. And coming on to bat will be David Green. Green batted .270 against right-handers. And he will also take over at first base, and somehow this game gets into extras. David Green will go up against Cox, And they're going to let Cox pitch. They're going to see if he can get the complete game. He can give up 2 runs before he is tired. Well, runners at first and second. Here's the pitch from Cox. And that is an in-play 12, and it's going to be a single for Green. That's a base hit. It's a sharp liner into center field. Brenly will come around to score. Brown will go to third. Green goes to first. It's now 9-2, and still no one out. And here's Ricky Adams. And we're going to see a pinch hitter for Adams. Adams is the shortstop. If I have another shortstop, and yes, I do. I do. Coming on to pinch hit for Adams will be Joel Youngblood. And taking over at shortstop will be Brad Wellman. Runners at the corners, nobody out. Joel Youngblood will bat here, 33 years old and 85. Bats .250 against rights. And they'll keep Danny Cox in there. So runners at first and third now, still 1 out, 9-2. This may be Cox's last batter. They're going to play for the double play. Cox with the pitch. Ballpark 06, wheelhouse for Youngblood. And that's going to be a 69. That will be a base hit. Youngblood gets a single. It's a grounder up the middle to center field. Brown comes in to score. Runner on first advances 2 bases, so Green goes to third. Youngblood on first. It's now 9-3. And that will be it for Cox, as he just couldn't do it. Runners at the corners now, nobody out, 9-3. Cox is done. Wanted him to get the complete game, couldn't do it. Now they got to go to the bench, go to the pen as well. Let's see who the Cardinals want to bring in to pitch. And they're not going to be stupid. They're going to go with Jeff Lottie. 5-2, 1.84 ERA. It's really not a save situation, but right now the Giants are beginning to get hits. Batter coming up for the pitcher, as the pitcher was due to hit. It will be Alex Trevino coming up to bat for the Giants. That's 171 against rights. That was the reason why I chose a right-hander. So Jeff Lottie will go up against Alex Trevino. Nobody out here in the top of the 9th. The Giants already have 2 runs in. Cardinals playing for the infield back, trying to get for 2. Lottie's pitch. That's a tough 68, and it's going to be a ground ball to second base. Trevino's double play rating's a 9. Lottie's a 10. That's a 5. Second base to shortstop. Back to first, double play. But Green does come in to score. But they get the 2 outs. And it is now 9-4. At least the Giants were saying never say die. And here's Ron Renicky. Remember, 10-minute ticker coming up. 2 outs. Lottie will pitch to Renicky. And that is a ballpark 08. That's going to be a wheelhouse for Renicky. Renicky's wheelhouse 79 is a base hit. The game continues. Renicky single into right. That's his first hit of the game. And here's Manny Trio. The Giants have only 1 batter left on the bench. That's Rob Deere. He'll have to be used in case the pitcher comes up. So Trio will bat. Renicky on at first now with 2 outs. Cardinals are looking to close the game out, but the Giants are trying to at least make the score respectful. Here's the pitch from Lottie. And that's a tough 40. And that's popped up in the infield. First baseman Clark getting under it, pats his glove, puts out his glove, block, and the ball falls into it. That's your game. Cardinals take out the Giants 9-4. 3 runs on 4 hits and a walk. At least the game got a little bit interesting, but the Giants do make it a 9-4 loss there. Final line score coming up, as well as 10-minute ticker. For the St. Louis Cardinals, 9 runs on 9 hits, no errors. For the Giants, 4 runs, 10 hits, and 2 errors. Cox gets the win, and Bill Laskey takes the loss. There are no holds or saves since it was a blowout. So don't go away. Timeout as we prepare for a 10-minute ticker. As the Cardinals get a nice win. Shuffling up the cards, make sure there's no rigged. As Steeler fan says, every time his Astros lose, it's always a rigged deck. St. Louis wins this game 9-4 over the Giants. Let's see how the rest of July 9th goes. Let's go, guys. 10-minute ticker. Here we go. That's a 6. Minnesota will beat Baltimore 9-1. Next up is a 5. The Brewers beat the Angels 6-4. Texas against Cleveland. That's a 12. That's going to be a win for the Rangers 6-3. Chicago White Sox at Detroit. That's a 10. The White Sox get the win 9-5. Kansas City at the New York Yankees. That's an 8. A win for the Yankees 9-0. Boston taking on Oakland. That's an 8. A win for the Athletics, 6-0. Toronto at Seattle. Mariners get a big win, 7-5. Montreal at Atlanta. That's a 9. A win for the Braves, 6-3. San Diego taking on the Chicago Cubs. That's an 8. Cubs get the win, 7-0. New York Mets taking on Cincinnati. That's a 10. Reds get that win 10-7. Philadelphia at Houston. That's an 8. A win for the Astros 9-6. Los Angeles taking on Pittsburgh. A 5 gives the Dodgers a win 5-1 over the Pirates. Moving on now to July 10th. Minnesota taking on Baltimore. That's a 9. A win for the Orioles, 4-0. Milwaukee and California. That's a 4. Win for the Brewers, 6-3. Texas at Cleveland. That's an 8. A win for the Tribe, 3-2. Or as I should say, the Cleveland Baseball Club that will be formerly known as the Indians. Chicago White Sox at Detroit. 3 for the White Sox, 8-3. They win. Kansas City against the Yankees. That's a 6. The Royals will beat the Yankees there, 8-4. Boston taking on Oakland. That's an 8. The Athletics continue to play well, 7-0 as they are chasing the Twins. Toronto taking on Seattle. That's a 9. A win for the Mariners, 12-6, as the Blue Jays are now having issues. Montreal taking on Atlanta. A 7 gives the Expos the win, 6-5. San Diego taking on the Cubs. That's a 6. The Padres beat the Cubs 2-1. New York Mets against the Reds. Mets get that win 6-0. Philadelphia taking on Houston. That's a 4. Phillies get the win 8-7. Phillies right now are really the surprise team of this replay so far. Dodgers against the Pirates. Dodgers get the win 8-1. San Francisco taking on St. Louis. That's an 11. The Cardinals win again 4-3. And that is your 10-minute ticker for tonight. If your team won, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Bears Den, Steeler fan, Tim Pepper, Bob B. Thank you all. Philip Reynolds, thank you all for joining me tonight. It was a pleasure. We'll see you guys tomorrow for some more baseball action. Inside Pitch Seasons, Game 6 of the 86 World Series between the Red Sox and the Mets. And tomorrow night on Payoff Pitch, the San Diego Padres will meet up with the St. Louis Cardinals. Hope you'll join us for these games. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, and stay strong. Have a good night, everyone. Cardinals over the Giants tonight, 9-4. Take care, everybody.